What's up, everybody? This is Karen Reese, otherwise known as the Obsessive Compulsive Gamer, the O.C.G. And hopefully I'm live with Sphear. Okay, I'm live. Thank God. I hate these fuckers. Level 7, baby! Oh my god, the bunnies are quickly becoming my fucking arch nemesis. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. I can't appreciate you too. Hey, a fishing spot. I was like, hey, your whole party follows you around on the field. Nice touch. Ooh. Ah, God. Hey, it's good to see you, dude. Yeah, it was a great game, great plat until the grinding at the end. But I found a quicker way to do it. There's like the only trophy that's really a bitch is called Artful Gambit. It basically it makes the game, it's like a relic you can use. It makes the game much harder, like much harder. You have to perfectly time your blocks or you almost instantly die. And it's whatever. I can deal with that, but you have to beat 10 bosses with it on, and by the time you get the Artful Gambit, the game is almost over. So ordinarily, you would typically have to play through the game hours playing through the game the first time. I don't want to do it again, but I found I won't say an exploit, but basically you can start a New Game Plus save file from any New Game Plus save file. So I just like skipped all the cutscenes, beat play the game. I just had to replay the intro 10 more times. It was still fucking tedious, but it wasn't nearly as bad. I've been playing this game, I think it's pretty good. What a bid. Yeah, I know, man. Like I said, that's why I sent you that meme. It's like Alex right now. Just refresh call, you fucker. I don't blame you, dude. I'd be excited too. If I could get a Steam Deck, I definitely would. Maybe one of these days. So, yeah, what isn't that like June 12th? I think. Wow, June 5th. That's how little I care, man. Ah, you bitch. Oh, no, he killed me. Ow. This game is a bit on the tougher side. But I like the game, actually. I actually think this game is pretty underrated. Well, I mean, I can say in the future, maybe I'll buy it. I didn't buy the Switch at launch either. I waited until they had more games. But I'm saying, as stands, as is now, I don't care. You know, like, you know, with Switch, they launched with Breath of the Wild, which is a hugely big deal. You know, Mario Kart World doesn't really hold the same weight to me. What a bitch. This game is definitely not easy. Yeah, just kill me. Fuck you. Oh, not a big deal. Literally, I revive her and she immediately dies. Fuck me. Yeah, kill me. I could play it on easy if I wanted to, but fuck that. I actually really like the combat system in this game. It's a really kind of cool mix between turn-based and real-time, and it also factors in positioning extensively with you moving between turns that I really enjoy. And it you have like bonus moves, but you have to hit square precise at the right time to use it. So you have to pay attention when the blue spark pops up, and you fully customize your character. And now that I want to die, he's taking his fucking sweet time. But you would never kill me. And I really like the art style. It harkens back to the whole like classic aesthetic, but it's made with real-time models. Let's see. And you get to choose the loadout for each character and what thing goes. So, like, each skill has a memento mode, where you hit square when it flashes blue, and you can make it so, oh, it heals you, oh, it does this. Obviously, I've just started the game, so... It also lets you make as many saves as you want and lets you delete them, which is something that more games need to do. Finally, fuck you. Oh yeah, level up! And this game has lots of little touches that I really appreciate. Like being able to quick save anywhere and resume exactly where you quick saved, which is not common in games like this. You know, being able to fast forward events if you've already seen them. And it's a very cool Victorian art style in a lot of places. Or like a little stuff like you can enter all the buildings, or all the weapons that you equip actually look different. Most games like this, all the weapons don't have any visual change. But yeah, one of the things I fucking hate, about fucking, PS5 is on PS4, you could go in and delete individual save files. There might be a couple games you couldn't because they lump all of them together, but for the most part you could. On PS5 you can't. You either delete all of the save files, or none of them. That is fucking dumb. Now, because I like to go for trophies, and because I like to make sure I don't miss anything, I make tons of save points. And then, usually, after I beat the game, I'll go back through and spruce up the save files to only the ones that I absolutely need. But that means, you know, PS5 not allowing me to delete individual ones, that it fucking balloons. You know, and several games have stepped up. You know, like Oblivion Remake, Skyrim, Fallout 4, and they in the game give you the ability to delete save files, but they shouldn't have to. It should be on fucking system level. It was on PS4. And, you know, for PS4 games, you can copy save files to a USB drive. So I have one hard drive, one Seagate, yeah, because you have PS Plus, terabyte Seagate HDD, and then I have one that I use as an external drive. So for moving save files over and fucking copy PS5 save files to a USB drive. No idea why. in the game has this unique mechanic where parts of the world are lost, and you actually have to restore them by putting memories on them. It's pretty cool. No, wait. The Imperial Capital! Sweet. Better weapons. Ah, here we go. Time to get some new abilities, bro. Okay, it's fucking Emperor. This guy's in the item shop. Ah, that kid just nicked something from me. Oh. You no good shit little kids. Stealing my wallet, you son of a bitch. Yeah. Yeah. And this is an indie game from many years ago, by the way. This is like 2018. So, you know, fucking indie games from 6 or 7 years ago put modern Pokemon games to shame. Nobody wanted fucking Pokemon games to be the cutting edge of graphics anyway. They just didn't want them to look like hot fucking garbage, which apparently is asking for too much. Oh, that's great view. See? Stuff like that, like... Obviously, that's not, like... so technically advanced even when this came out, but it's artistically pleasing to the eye. Unlike the modern Pokemon games. Oh, God. And I like how the area is vertical. And later on in this game, you get mechs, apparently. And you can switch in and out of the mechs, so the game has 2 different battle systems, which is cool. And I've been wanting to get this game for a long time. You know, Octopath Traveler, even if you haven't played it, I'm sure you've heard of Octopath Traveler. That game was a massive, unexpected success that pretty much caused a boom in classic RPG homages. Because not only did they like doing it, but other people came in to do it. Well, that was made by Square Enix. This game was too. This game was made by a special team called Tokyo Game Factory, and they did 3 games. There's this concept, a Japanese concept that centers around the snow, moon, and blood. Snow, moon, and blood. I forget what it's called. And this game is based around that. There's 3 games. I Am Setsuna, which is based off of snow. And the whole game has like a winter setting. While Sphear, which is based off of moon, the whole game focuses on like the moon. It's a big thing. And Onaniki, which is based off of blood. And after playing this game and liking it, I'm probably going to get the other 2. They're not connected per se, but they, you know, like they all are made by the same team and they have a similar battle system. But you don't need to play one to play the other. But these games have a cult following, but they never took off. And looking back, these games kind of walked so that Octopath Traveler could run, because, you know, it's like, it's a very similar idea, like a homage to the classic games, but these games never really got the fanfare they deserved, where Octopath Traveler was a huge success. I mean, justifiably so, it's a great game. And I'm intending to play Octopath Traveler as well. Sweet. And the main problem that people gave, and I kind of see it, was these games were a bit overpriced for launch because they're kind of small budget games, but at launch they were like $50. And back when this game came out, that was almost like a big AAA new budget game price. You know, you see games like Sea of Stars, Chained Echoes that I was talking about earlier that are games in this ilk that are throwback. Those are like $30 now. And so they're not even half the price of what a new game would be. And that's okay because they're made on a small budget, so they don't have to be to keep the price. So I think a lot of the reason why people didn't play these games because they overpriced them, which, to be fair, isn't really a problem for the people who made this game. It's a problem for Square Enix executives because, you know, they're the ones who decided the price. Yeah, I'm gonna buy more weapons. See, the swords actually have different appearances, which I think actually is a super fucking cool touch. But yeah, so, you know, I particularly wanted to play this game, but didn't, because it was a bit steep for me to try it out, and then it recently went on sale for like $12. And like, okay, and I'm glad that I got it. And I'll be looking into getting the other games when they're on sale. All three of these games are also on Switch, by the way. So, and from what I hear, the Switch version is pretty decent. I mean, obviously, you'd hope that the Switch version would be decent because these games aren't exactly graphical powerhouses. But with Switch, you never know, you know. So, like, you can't take that for granted. A lot of games that it should like be a slam dunk for them to run good, run like shit. So, like, you know, Metal Gear Solid 2 actually running worse on Switch than it did on the original PS2, despite it being like 3 console generations prior. And yeah, I know I bring that up all the time, but that's like the case example of bullshit, because like I said, there is no fucking reason why that would run worse. And yeah, it's a slightly higher resolution. Doesn't matter. If the fucking PS2... Okay, I want you to understand something. PS2, at most, utilizing 100% of whatever, has 32 megabytes of RAM. Switch has 3 gigs, okay? So Switch, while being underpowered, is literally like 1,000 times more powerful than the PS2, because, you know, each generation is many times more powerful than the one before it, and that stacks. So there's literally no fucking conceivable reason why it would run fucking worse, even at a higher resolution, when it is just literally, and it's not like it's like a huge overhaul where it's like, oh, so pretty. Remember, the fucking Master Collection is just based on the games at higher resolution. So it is essentially PS2 fucking code at a higher resolution. Like, there is no excuse you could give me why that should run at 30 FPS. There's fucking none. And you know, it's all 3 of the games are 30 FPS, but that's more excusable for the other 2, because Metal Gear Solid 3 was originally 30 FPS. It was much more visually demanding than 2. With all the graphs and stuff, they really pushed PS2 to the breaking point, so it makes sense that it runs at 30. It ran at 30 back in the day, so while you would like it to be 60, and while it's 60 for the other versions, it's not a downgrade, you know what I mean? Like, obviously, of course, I would have liked if they could get 60 for 3, but it never ran at 60 to begin with on the OG hardware. So it is an upgrade. It's the same as the base game on PS2, but higher resolution. Metal Gear Solid 1 ran at 30. So, Metal Gear Solid 2 is the only one where it's objectively worse than the original version, thus getting rid of the idea of a remaster. Like I said, even the Vita, they are like 720p on the Vita version. So they did kept those at 30 because at the time that was really ambitious. But even then, on Metal Gear Solid 2, when you're indoors, 60. So the Vita version from like 10 years ago runs better. There's just, yeah, like, I know, I keep bringing it up, I beat a dead horse, it's fucking ridiculous. And, because some people were upset that they didn't, add all these, spiffy things to the Master Collection. But if I'm being honest with you, I didn't expect them to. I just wanted the Metal Gear games playable on modern hardware. And that's what they offered. And, on PS5, Series X, any moderately competent fucking PC, you can pretty much play the game at 4K 60. So being able to play, Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 3 at a higher resolution and frame rate on modern hardware is enough for me. Especially because, when they did the Master Collection, they knew going into it that they would also be doing Delta. So it's like, well, we're going to preserve the original Metal Gear Solid 3 with this, and then we're going to go all out with fucking Delta. And I also like that because, I like remakes. If a good remake is done well, it's fantastic. Some people don't like the concept of remakes. I do. But the original game should also be preserved. I think that, as a standard, each remake should come with the version of the original game. That way, one, people who are fans of the original game and they don't want to remake can just play the original version on modern hardware. And two, people who haven't played the original can compare. But you can't really compare the old against the new unless you played the old. So just as a matter of course, I think that all remakes should include the original. But they don't. Most don't, So, that's another reason why I really like, the Sphear remasters for Tomb Raider and Soul Reaver, because you can switch the old graphics. You can see exactly what it used to look like. Hello? Sure, I'll leave you. Bye. One second, I'll be back. And it's just, it's particularly egregious to me because if you play a current gen game, like a cross-gen game on Switch, you accept that you're going to have to make compromises, that it's going to have tons of issues, you know what I mean? If there's no way that you're going to take a PS5 game or a Series X game and you're going to bring it to Switch and there will not be major compromises, okay? But usually with ports of older games, that's like one of the fucking slam dunks of the Switch because the games are so old that it can play them with all the bells and whistles of a new version without making a compromise. So then, you just have a good version of the game on the go. So when, when you have an older game like Metal Gear Solid 2, and it runs worse, it's like they're fumbling, which should be a slam dunk, And because it would be so ideal if they could just, get it, because if they could just get it to fucking 60 FPS, you would have all three games at 60 FPS on the fucking go. That would be stupendous. You know what I mean? And it's still good to have them on the go, and I guess that's the trade that you make. But it shouldn't be. It should just be an unmitigated slam dunk. You know what I'm saying? There should be no problems. So, like, literally, I guarantee you, dude, they have, I'm pretty sure the Master Collection is on Steam. I guarantee you, if you were to get the Master Collection on your Steam Deck, you could play all three games at fucking 60 FPS. With above settings and shit. Over Switch. With the same specs as Switch. Like, I'm not even talking about, obviously, the Steam Deck is more powerful, but I'm saying it's purely an optimization issue, not a hardware issue. You see what I'm saying? They just didn't take the time to properly make the Switch version, because Switch has different hardware. But it is more than powerful enough if they had taken the time to get it to work. And, I would actually recommend that you get the Master Collection on Steam, so you can play it on Steam Deck, because there's actually all kinds of really cool mods that people made that I would play if I had a chance. Like, people added crouch walking to Metal Gear Solid 3. Obviously, you've played Metal Gear Solid 1. You'll know that there is no walking and crouch. You're either full speed running or you're on prone, crawl on the ground. And that, I understand at the time, that was okay, but that was one of the main things that really bothers me. And it wasn't until Metal Gear Solid 4 that they added crouch walking. And of course, they're gonna add the crouch walking shit in Delta. But in the original game, now people have modded that in, and it's a huge improvement. Because, when you play a stealth game, you crouch. When you sneak, you crouch. So, that's something that really took a lot of adjustment for me in the classic Metal Gear games. But people have fucking modded that shit, so, you can crouch walk. And it seems like a small thing, but it's a big difference for me. I mean, of course, you still can go prone. And there is parts where you need to go prone on Metal Gear Solid 3, because that game is all like a jungle theme, so you just spend a lot of time hiding in grass. So it makes sense, to go prone to hide in bushes and shit. But when you're generally sneaking around, just being able to fucking crouch walk is such a huge improvement. And people modded that shit in, and it's great. Among tons of other mods. Like improved textures, I mean, obviously, it's not going to be like Delta. Okay, we're going to another town in the far north just to get my wallet back. Well, that's one way to go about it. I've actually had fucking people try to take my wallet, man, and I caught them in the act because I'm very vigilant. That's part of the one of the good things about my OCD, as they call it, hypervigilance. I'm incredibly aware, usually when I'm out in public, of what's going on around me. Like, I'm scanning for threats and shit. So, like, I've had people try to take my wallet. I'm like, no. Oh, wow. Well, I mean, it was good because they weren't able to get it. That's cool. There's actually several places in the city on the world map. I thought it was all in the one town. That's nifty. Whenever I play these games, I like to walk around the town, talk to all the people, Explorer. This game is also a pretty good platinum from what I've seen. There's nothing that's missable, and it's basically just get 100%. I'll probably wind up getting the platinum for this. So far, I'm actually really enjoying the game. Okay, I think that's everything. Well, actually, wait. Okay, there's like a whole lab. That's cool. So they have like a whole prison. That's cool. Stop, Imperial scum! No, they weren't kidding. There definitely is a lot of shit to see here. And then the palace is supposed to be pretty big too, so yeah, there's actually a lot in this town. I guess it makes sense with it being the capital. It's probably a place I'm going to come back to a lot. Oh, that's cool. You can skip to either side of the town when you come into it. That's nice. Catacombs. That's... I'll probably wait. That's probably a harder dungeon. Also, like, the fact that there's no random encounters. That's the thing I hate the most about the older RPGs. I've never been a fan. I have no problem with turn-based combat, but I'm not a fan of random encounters. It is infinitely better when you have a game that lets you see the enemies on the field. Well, to me anyway, I know there's some people that like random encounters. Pokemon is kind of like a middle ground, because yeah, technically speaking it is random encounters, but you know you're not going to get into an encounter unless you go in wild grass. So there still is, you know, like deciding. You're not just going to be walking anywhere and then blam! You know what I mean? Soul Walk, making enemies attack crews, all that stuff. That's cool. Increases movement speed on the world map. Hey, you know what? Might as well. Bring back the world! Shizumi! Oh wow. You can tell I'm actually running a lot faster on world map. Like, that's a noticeable difference. Damn. Oh, that looks cool. Moorport. Okay, that's the town I'm supposed to go to. Kind of roaming around now, seeing what I can find. Oh. See, I really like the idea of you being able to make the world come back as you explore, you know what I mean? It's a unique concept. And it gives you unique abilities as you do it. Bring back that inn! kids, man. Finally, a fucking shop that gives me shit I can use, but oh, you need memories for it too, okay. Well, I have to come back for that, but yeah, at least now I know where to get some shit, so... Yeah, sweet, so it's basically like a fishing town. Gotcha. Hey, fish. Oh yeah, money! Alright, man. Gotcha. Well, that's cool. I can now sail.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, shit. Alright, I'm gonna save here myself and take a short break. Thank you for watching.